Welcome back everybody to Scrum's playthrough of Final Fantasy 16. In the last one we took down the Flam Prince and then did a load of questing for Mid. We've now got to visit the infirmary and there's a couple of side quests that I do want to take on. First of all...
Clive.
Talia. How's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves? Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgal. He must have found something.
Right. Visit Gav. Right, Rodrigue.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but near as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblord like Talia, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Do no harm, we'll prioritise that. Gonna go and grab the other one, which is on the bridge. Fortunately, no new hunts.
Yeah.
That's the side stuff that I really like, as sort of mentioning at the about these side quests being a bit lackluster in the last one.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of Cursebreakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but... this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous, but I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go find them.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
And the weight of command. So, let's go and do these. What do we do first? Yeah, let's do this one. It's very close. Again, actually, I keep thinking about me going out and doing like the flam prints in the last one. Actually, I'd have just gone forwards.
Faster.
And waited for this.
The road was easy enough to find.
Location.
Now for those herbs. This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked.
That was good.
Well, hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease.
Good. No battling for that one. Let's now head over here. And I should have gone to the map. Thankfully, not actually that far.
Slavers don't even bother. Run like the wind.
Run like the wind. I keep seeing the pickups on the ground. I'm like, it's not actually worth it. There they are.
Straight home now. Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slavers' carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Yep.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Yeah. Not exactly far away. It's a big boy, though.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
That one. going in for a nice finisher there, and I think the Will of the Whites killed it. But that's fine. Bone necklace. Very little rhyme and even less reason went into the creation of this ghastly neck ornament. The bones strung along the crude twine most likely belonged to those unfortunate enough to meet its maker.
Who are you?
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Alright, report to Doris back at the hideaway and the hideaways. We're done here. Boy Torgal. Lost Wing has a new... That's probably the orchestra. Oh. Go around and do some tours another time. I'll probably do that sort of stuff off screen. Just hop around all of the shops if needed.
The Littlands have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
The weight of command. 305 renown. Breath of fire, rising flames. Juice of rising flames, cooldown by 2. Residual fire ether that having failed to dissipate the battlefield. Yeah. It's very similar stuff you get from them. Is that a renown boost? It is. We'll do that on route back, just in case we get some more from here.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
No. Wild herb that when brewed into an infusion can dull the pain of a barber's blade.
Only the usual.
Oh, I snuck around the back of him and didn't get any.
This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Tyre trusts you, which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives, and the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
It's complete. Up to 320 renown, sharp fang and steel silk. Again, absolute garbage. Let's go and see what we can get now. You don't give me anything.
How are you doing? Here you go.
I wonder if that's just because I keep doing them, and if I just miss them, then... Yeah.
I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Dire Wolf Jess. Not long ago, I was accosted by footpads as I walked the gilded path, and have perished alone in the desert had not the Cursebreakers come to my aid. I owe them my life. May this token serve them well. Travelling Therasirian? Safe passage. Dire Wolf Jess.
All yours.
Yeah, so we need to get to 350 for some more.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Let's take a look at that gear. Increases combo damage by 5%. A direwolf subdues its prey by overwhelming it in a flurry of attacks that injure both body and spirit, stunning the creature and allowing for a quick kill before it can recover. 5% extra combo damage is decent, but that is one I could probably get rid of, Will of the Wikes, but 5% duration on that is amazing because it's a really good ability. And yeah, we'll never get rid of the Berserker Ring because, yeah, increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. It basically increases my attack with every dodge. And I've got Pile Drive, which I'm not using. Speaking of abilities, I need 1,000 for this, don't I? Yeah. wish I could get rid of Heatwave, but it's really good in certain situations. Yeah, I need to get that parry better. Okay, let's go and speak to Gav. I have to just think about my abilities a bit more.
The Litlins have been up to their old tricks.
I'm sure you can unlock everything by the end of the game, so.
Jill looked white as
And
a
master
sheet.
everything if you do all the missions. And they're really generous about respecking. Doesn't cost anything.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over aether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened.
True.
Just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
I want a behemoth.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Sometime later.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Awesome. Midst dungeon.
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take a tour of it.
I'm going to speak to Vivian. Has anything cropped up? Nope. Probably after Vivian. Normally when you get a new battle chapter, they tend to update.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
Huh.
It was a pleasure.
Me uncle.
In hindsight. Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
Seat of the Imperial Court.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects?
Your Radiance. If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
He's not liking this, is he?
Dion?
Yes, sire.
Oh, Grimmer Wormtongue off to his left.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
Oh dear.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
She is Grimmer Wormtongue.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
Nothing new, but we're going to call this one episode, ladies and gents. We're at 35 minutes, give or take a few seconds. Yeah, quite a lot to take in that cutscene, actually. Yeah, so obviously Dion, or Bahamut, is not liking the direction that the battle's going in and is likely to, yeah, see a different path. So looking forward to, you know, if we do get to fight him or not. Probably, because it's, my guess is we'll get all of the dominance or icons powers. But obviously we're Mythos, and say how my head is going story-wise at the moment is we'll sort of absorb them all and use that to probably take out Ultima. But yeah,
It's finished outfit now.
with us actually taking all these powers, will we weaken him enough to release Ultima? That's the question that I currently have. But yeah, there'll be some more Final Fantasy 16 coming away shortly, and I'll see you all in the next one.